Okay, so what is the name of my book? The name of the book is I Am Her, Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. So, who is my target audience? Okay, my target audience, I believe, is any female from the ages of 13 and up. Anyone who is able to read, anyone who is able to understand what it is that they are reading, anyone who has the ability to apply the things that they gather within the text. This book is made, it's a simple read. Is not filled with these big intellectual words. It's straight up, it's straight to the point, and it just shows you all the things that you need to see, and you can relate and you can connect with it. It gives you the ability to connect with it. So I encourage any female from teenage all the way up to take a look, to get them a copy and to begin to read and begin to allow the spirit to draw you in and speak to you according to that whichever it is that he may be working on you concerning your issues and your own personal journey. So why did I write this book? I wrote this book because I have been through so many disappointing times. I wrote this book because my testimony, the word of God says we overcome not only by the blood of the Lamb, but the word of our testimonies. So I wrote this book to be free, to release everything that I have went through, to let the women know that they are not alone, to let women know that even I had to go through the terrible, the painful, the heartache, the heartbreak, in order to get an understanding, in order to get the wisdom that I have now concerning love. And so this is why I wrote the book, because I wanted to help women to uh, get past certain things. Some things we go through that God didn't even intend for us to go through. And so I just want to be in the position where I can help other women by just sharing what it is that I learned on my journey, what it is that I learned on my journey, what it is that I had to apply and get a clear understanding of before I was able to become who I am now. And so this book is just to let women know that it is not over. It is not the end. Your situations do not validate who you are and who God has chosen you to be. But we have to, the word of God says we perish because of lack of knowledge. So we have to have the understanding of what we are dealing with, what is really the situation at hand. Because a lot of times we pick up things and we just run with it, and we really haven't dissected or really gotten an understanding of what that issue or situation or circumstance really means. And so I wrote this book to give you guys insight of my life story, my journey, and to let you know where did it take me and how did I get to where I am now. Okay, so what can you find in this book? Okay, as I said before, this is a book about my story. So there are 10 chapters in this book. I told you once before, it is a simple read. It is a simple read. It's not long, it's very short, very brief, but straight to the point. Each chapter is a different story, a different area of my life, a different journey, a piece of my journey, a different experience, but it's all connected into the same area of searching for love. Every aspect of my life where I tried it this way, I tried it that way, I did this, I thought that, and none of it worked. And so I'm talking about, I have stories from childhood all the way up to being married and divorced. And so all of these things are in this story. I'm talking about high school, I'm talking about college, I'm talking about uh from birth. I'm talking about just different things that I connected love to and how I identify with it. And later on, as I went through so many disappointing times, how I was led to get a clear understanding of what love actually was and what it actually looked like. And so these are all the things that you can be sure to find. I'm talking about if you dig deep, and I'm going to have a book review about this, that I'm going to help you dig deep in the book, but we'll save that for another time. But yes, you can expect to just hear my life story, connect with it, because I know I'm not alone. You're going to be able to connect with it, and be able to pull little things out, things that you see that you're doing, things that you see that has happened to you, and you'll be able to identify right along with me what it is to really walk in love. We talked about my target audience. And so now, what is my goal? What is my goal for everyone who picks up this book and takes it off of the shelf and reads it? Well, my goal is that everyone will be transformation. My goal is that everyone would have a new perspective of what love is, and no one will continue to chase after something that is invalid. And so I expect for all of my readers to be consumed with the true meaning and the true ability to identify with love. So, who is this book dedicated to? This book is dedicated to every woman who has lost themselves, every woman who is trying to pick up the pieces, every woman who is trying to put themselves back together again, every woman who has lost hope, every woman whose self esteem has dropped because somebody didn't appreciate their value. This is for every woman who has just lost it all. Every woman who thinks there is no hope, every woman who has given up, who has thrown the towel in, who has said, forget it. God, if this isn't for me, I am through with it, because this is not God's intention. So, God, I want you all to know that God still values you. God still has purpose for you. And love is still a part of this journey. And all we have to do is just connect with what love really is. And so, y'all go out and get it so that we can all walk in it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.